For this video, we're going to talk about number 28, running back and defensive back, Kalle of Kennedy Catholic, and possibly moving back to Westlake High School back in Section 1. And this is a young football player, just completed his sophomore campaign, heading into his junior season. And he really came on the scene in the Catholic League last season for Kennedy. And I was impressed on what I saw on tape. I think he has the tools to be a strong inside and outside running back. And that's in the tackle box and outside the tackle box. And what really impressed me is he showed some really good feet. It allows him to make sharp cuts, change direction efficiently without wasted steps. And for a young back, I was impressed with his vision and balance. He does a solid job of setting up his blockers well and able to bounce off contact in tight holes and in open field. Now, he's not a very big guy, but you can tell he is a tough running back. He runs hard. Now, I don't believe he's the fastest either, but I do think at times you see some of that burst through the hole and at the second level where he can get those big chunk plays. Now, things he can work on, I think, obviously he's a young football player, so physically, as he continues to work out, as he continues to put on good mass, his body will mature, and I think he will be an even more efficient guy in those kind of tough in-the-tackle runs, those hard-earned runs. He definitely needs to work on his pad level, running through the line of scrimmage. Sometimes he runs a little bit too high, and blocking is another thing to work on. But let's go over a couple plays I really liked. And she's located right here on the screen. And you're going to see some of that footwork and burst that I talk about. And you're going to see this H-back is going to kick out the defender. You're going to get a down block here. You're going to get a guard pulling inside that block. He's going to be following that guard into this mesh right here. And it's a pretty good job initially blocking right here on the out, on this kick out. This guard pulling the tackle. But you can see, and I have the arrow pointed on this defensive lineman, gets off his blocker. So he's actually going to get a defender right in the hole. But you're going to see the quick feet that change direction quickly. And again, he's getting north. He sees this defender coming, and now he's got to make a quick move around this offensive lineman and then get back north with some burst. So you can see some quick feet and some burst right there. There's the quick feet, and now watch the burst that I'm talking about. Now, it could definitely be more consistent. I do think when he works on his strength in his lower half, he'll get even faster. But that was a nice sight to see right there. And again, starts with the quick feet. Again, getting north into the hole, and then he's going to bounce it, and you're going to see that burst. Boom. Hits the big home run play. Let's go to another play. This is probably my favorite one. Here he is located right here. It's a zone play. And when you run zone, especially inside zone, you need someone who can change direction quickly, who has good feet, and he showed that he can do that. And again, you see everyone stepping to their right. Initially, he's going to make this cut to the backside, and he had to decide, is he going to hit the hole inside, or is he going to bend it back? Right? So you can see he attacks up the field. He's going to bend it back, but you can see this linebacker is going to be filling this hole right here. So this is going to be a one-on-one in the hole. Right? And those good running backs are the guys who can make those defenders miss, that initial defender miss, more than half the time. Right? Those are what the good backs do. And you can see he meets him in the hole, and then you can see that quick feet to get north and that burst through the line of scrimmage. Boom. Right? That linebacker was one-on-one with him. And you can see that burst right there. Using quick feet and then hitting that extra gear. And again, I really like the footwork from this young man. You can tell he does some ladders. Right? So you can cut back. He's going to see this linebacker in the hole. You're going to see him. Look at that quick footwork right there. And then he's going to burst through the hole to get this big chunk play. Boom. Explode. That was a really nice play. Right? Reading what's in front of him, using some of that vision, using that footwork, and then some of that burst right there. I mentioned the footwork and burst, but I also talked about balance. And again, I mentioned he's not a very big guy. He definitely has a lot of room to improve in. But he showed he can run through and absorb contact, even for a young football player. And now you're going to see a guard pulling and have this H-back coming inside the kick-out block. He's going to be following the H-back. And again, let's watch him. Here he is. Pretty solid job blocking on there. You can see this block right here. But the linebacker, again, meeting him in the hole a couple yards up the field. So here he is, that initial defender. Boom, he makes a miss. Right? You like to see that from your running back. Making that initial defender miss. Now you see these guys closing in. Boom, they meet him right there. He gets a good shot. He gets under his pads. But watch the balance. He shows the balance to stay on his feet and fight through contact. There he is right there. fighting through the contact, nice juke to the outside, and a big play. And again, you can see he's not a very big guy right now, but he shows the toughness and the balance that he could absorb some of this contact and make plays out of it. Again, nice block initially. See the linebacker in the hole right there. Makes that guy miss. Boom, absorbs the contact, bounces right off of him. Makes a nice little finishing juke out there and finishes the deal. Again, those type of plays are really impressive to me for a young back. There he is finally located right here. And again, pretty standard play. You're going to get down block. You're going to get tackle up to the linebacker. Guard pulling, kicking out the edge defender. And he's going to be running underneath it. Right? But here we go. You can see defenders closing in on him right at the line of scrimmage. This play looks blown up. Boom, and you can see, again, good contact right there. Play looks washed, but, again, showing the ability to stay on his feet with good balance. So this play looks to be a 1-yard loss or a no gain. There he is bouncing right off those guys. And here he goes again. Quick little juke to the outside. And it ends up being a 13 to 14-yard gain when it looked to be blown up. Right? And that's what good backs can do for you. You can see it again. Just boom. Takes the contact, bounces right off, makes a play when something doesn't appear to be there. I'm excited to see what this young man works on. If he's headed to Westlake High School, what he does in Section 1, what he works on in the offseason, and how he moves forward going into the fall.